So we obviously talk a lot about retail and how it's the big driver of Shiba Inu, and it's the big reason why Shib tends to perform well when retail money is flowing into the space, right? That's can't even be argued. We saw that back in March. Very exciting stuff. But people don't tend to pay attention to the big entities behind the scenes that are in fact accumulating Shiba Inu. We've talked about whales. We've talked about how some of the top Ethereum whales have been in accumulation mode. Many of them have held it for a very long period of time. And that should give you obviously a lot of confidence in the confidence that the large players have. But what if I told you that there are in fact companies that are adding Shiba Inu to their portfolio? Now, this may surprise you, but there is actually a company that just came out and said that they have in fact accumulated Shiba Inu. And what this is actually Sandbox. So this is actually a major VR gaming platform. They're a big metaverse basically. And Sandbox actually at one point was the largest metaverse play in the space, $14 billion market cap. And they have recently come out and said that they're thrilled to integrate the unique culture into their platform. They hold both Shiba Inu and Doge now, and they said they believe in keeping up with these industry trends. So what you're seeing now is that there are big entities that are accumulating Shiba Inu, that are adding it to their portfolios. And this really speaks to the confidence and popularity when it comes to Shib. Now, I will say this, even though right now price of Shib isn't really moving a whole lot, we're not getting obviously a spike like we saw back in March, you can't sleep on the fact that it is in fact being accumulated by the scene or behind the scenes. The fact that the holders are on the rise, the fact that whales have built heavy positions in Shib, and it speaks to this long-term mindset. It speaks to this fact that Shib is now a blue chip crypto. And this is the reason why I've been convinced about Shiba Inu for a very long period of time. For those that aren't familiar, I accumulated, when did I first accumulate? I think it was back in 2022 is when I first bought. And I bought very heavily down actually in the bottom of the bear market cycle. I identified this fire sale range. This is what I told people was probably a great opportunity to add. That's when I bought very heavily. And it's worked out very well so far. But people need to know that this run for Shib, this run for this cycle, it's really just getting started. We're not even there yet, guys. Okay. That's why this is so exciting. You have a lot of confidence and a lot of growth with Shiba Inu in times where, frankly, the market hasn't been that good. What do you think it's going to look like when the market is in fact good? All right. And yes, I understand. I've said this for a long time. I've said many times that alt season is going to be great for Shiba Inu, that retail adoption is going to be big for Shiba Inu. The signs are all there. Sometimes you have to connect the dots on these. When these big things are happening behind the scenes, when you have big accumulation from whales, when you have big accumulation from companies, it's a real big confidence in what Shiba Inu is doing. Now, maybe we get some more exciting things as time goes on. Maybe, the shibarium and the Shib ecosystem finally come together and start doing something big. Maybe some of these other blockchains that are being built help promote Shiba Inu further. Maybe we don't even need that. Maybe Shiba Inu just ends up growing into this global giant and creates this footprint that cannot be taken down, period. And I think that we're very much headed towards that anyways. Only 1.4 million holders, and Shib is already a top 10 asset in the space. What do you think it's going to look like when it gets up to the point where it's the same amount of holders as something like Doge, something like ADA, right? You're talking about 4 million holders, right? 4 million plus XRP, over 5 million holders, right? We're still in Shib's infancy. That's the biggest thing I want to mention. We're still so early in Shiba Inu. We haven't seen a full cycle for it to grow. We haven't seen it during times of big adoption. And really when mass adoption hits the space, things can get very, very wild very quickly. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I wanted to share this a little bit with you. This is very exciting to see, but excuse me. Have a great day. Show your love below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.